All right, welcome back, and here we are painting another miniature. So now we'll be painting Shallan, again from the Stormlight Premature miniature set. Now the big difference between this miniature and the previous ones is this one will probably use almost every color that comes with the set. The only colors I'm not using is one of the blues, a yellow, and the toner, and I'll probably use the toner later. So basically, all of these paints will be used. We basically got a mix of red and brown for her hair, regular Windrunner blue for her jacket, a mix of blue and white for her pants, brown for her boots, her bag, white and tan for her skin tone, silver for her weapon, gray, a mix of white and black to make a gray for the base. Basically, everything's getting used here. So let's try and use up what paint we got left on our palette. Try to use up only as much paint as we need. I already applied some of it, so I don't need more silver. I just got my tan there. I don't need my white. Got some of my leftover from the other day. I've got a little bit of red there, so I don't need these right now. Black I probably won't need right now. I can wait. Dark brown, I'll hang on to that one just in case if I go to do the boots. I do have quite a bit on the palette, but I don't think I'll need it right away. Gold, I haven't put that on there, so that can stay. And if I need more blue, that can go. So, I did a little bit of mix-up on the palette just to try to pull any good paint away. Now, let me check one little thing. I can't remember if that blue is this blue. So let's just do a small little drop here. I forgot to mix it. Remember to vigorously shake your paints. Whatever you do, don't shake a baby like this. They have a syndrome for that. All right, we're only going to be applying a little bit. I just want to make sure that this is the same blue or if this is the other blue. I think this is the old blue. Yeah, that blue is not quite the same. This blue is a little darker. So, how are we going to paint this? I think probably the best tactic is to do her jacket first, then do her pants. So jacket, pants, bag and her boots, her hair, her skin tone, her weapon and accessories, and then the bottom base. I think it's probably best to kind of go in that order. So let's I'm actually going to do. Now this is just plain water, just so I don't have to keep getting. One small drop, just to thin the paint out a little more. A little bit of the paint water. Whoopsie. Ah, crap, I got that all over the brush. There, that's better. Again, let's do a quick little test on the back of the hand. Yeah, I think that's good. So let's see. So again, we just want to get her jacket this time. Hmm. Now it's probably okay if I get it on her on this like shoulder bag she has. Just gonna go over it again with brown. Okay. I'm just gonna go now. She's got this weird design on the bottom part of her jacket. I'm just gonna try and lift, just like trying to do kind of the opposite of dry painting and just lightly going over the surface. Try and pull up the extra paint, but let it go into the recesses. And then I'm thinking about dry brushing this darker design there. I want to get this area on her chest. She's also got like these gold buttons. I don't want to cover them up too much. It will be difficult to see them otherwise. I think that's actually very good. This part's kind of hard to get. I don't want to get it under. All right, I think that's good for the blue. I'm actually going to switch to a. This was a. What is it? This was the number 1 brush. I'm going to switch to a 0. Pants are a little harder to get to. Okay. I think we're good. Now, I was trying to get into areas like in her crotch area and under this jacket, which is royal pain in the butt when you think about it. But in my opinion, most people are probably not going to really be looking that far up. I'm just doing it because, well, why not? If I can paint an area like that, then I can kind of paint everything. We're gonna put that one aside. Now, we were gonna do after that. We were gonna do. Oh, okay. Looks like she's got a belt that I. Well, I could just go over the belt again. It looks like it's a darker color, although they don't really say what color that is. Almost like a navy. Same thing with her glove. Like, a, looks like a vambrace on her wrist. And they don't say anything about that color. Same thing with this design. It's partially light, but it's also partially dark, like almost like a blue black. Maybe, maybe. Let's do her accessories, the boots, her belt, her hair. We can kind of do a little later. Let's use. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna use the detail brush, which is a little smaller. What did I do to this brush? Barely use this brush, and yet the tip already feels like it's starting to go, which is not good. See, if you look, the belt or this like pouch on her hip partially comes off her body, so trying to paint this inner area. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, something's up with this brush. Like, I think I really need to condition it more. Maybe. Couple drops of water in your soap. Clean your brush off as much as you can regularly. Then just go like that. I think I fixed the tip for now. I'm going to put this one aside. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to leave it alone. All right, let's take a look back here. I need just a little bit more brown. Let's go back to the zero brush. Oh, she's got a very fine belt. I think that's fine. Now let's try and do her boots. I think the accessories, except for adding a few gold highlights, I think are fine. Boot. Made a small mistake there. Let me just see if I can soak that up with this brush. Yeah, fixed it. There we go. Okay. Boots, I think, are good. I'm going to throw some toning on these boots later. So, how are we all doing today? Me, personally, fine. Physically, my legs hurt. A couple days ago, actually it was yesterday, probably a couple days by the time you see this video, it was abnormally warm. It is currently February, and yet it was 13 degrees Celsius. Now, how the hell is it 13 degrees in February in the Northern Hemisphere, specifically the GTA area? So they said, it's like, yeah, this is abnormally warm. This is breaking records everywhere. So during that, I've been trying to get in shape a little bit. So I did a bit of a workout, and I decided to do some running. Now, like most North Americans, I am not in shape. But over the last 6 months or so, I've been losing weight. I'm down almost 40 pounds, since July. Today, I'm about 205, 207. I'm kind of floating back and forth on 2 or 3 pounds. So after running, I basically ran pretty much around my whole neighborhood, which I think turned out to be about 4 kilometers. I think 4.3. Took me about 35 minutes. And, well, my legs hurt. And I'm still feeling that. Although I'm not a big fan of running. My big exercise when I was first doing my workout was biking. And I would bike around that area. But there's a couple hills in that area. I could bike around a park. I could add more to it. And I actually liked that. I thought it worked really well. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of black. And I would bike around for about an hour. Hour, 10 minutes, hour, 15 minutes. Depends on how I was feeling. More. But then, of course, it got cold. I stopped going biking. Now my exercise mostly consists, just need a very tiny amount of black, of an hour on an exercise bike. About 4 different arm exercises with 2 10-pound dumbbells I have. 45 sit-ups, 45 push-ups, 45 leg raises, which sounds like a lot. And, well, it kind of is. This whole exercise takes me well over an hour and a half. And again, most of that's on the bike because I do still about another hour on the bike. Why am I taking blue? I don't want blue. Yes, I do. What am I doing? Getting distracted. Very tiny scoop of blue. Barely anything. Really doing much of what I wanted to. Just need a very, very tiny amount because I want to do like a cuffling on her. Fine. Now, it looks like she's wearing like a glove on this hand. So let's just paint that. There we go. Sorry if you didn't see too much of that. I just pulled it real close to myself so I could see. I think there's something up with this light. This light's supposed to be a little brighter than it usually is. Just going to go over this belt with this slightly darker color. Very, very fine tip. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So anyway, so I decided to go running. Took me about 35 minutes, which was, I think, totally fine. I expected it to take closer to 40. Like, I think I want to do that run again in the spring once the weather fully improves and see if maybe I can reduce my time a little bit further, which would be great. We'll find out. We'll see. But yeah, still feeling it in my legs, both of my thighs, and part of my ankle. I'm hoping if I just take it a little easy on my legs. I generally take the weekends off on my days on my workout days. Put fresh brown next to our red so we can start doing our hair. Try and go a bit more of like a brown and maybe put in some like red highlights. Maybe I'll like dry brush on some red on top of this. Looks. Let's see. How will hmm. Now it's looking almost more red than brown. I think I just need to kind of wait for it to fully dry and see. It could also be the white primer that was on her hair. Also got a strand of hair going down the front. All right, I think. I think that's okay. Her hair is going to be a bit brighter. I always liked redheads. Maybe I'll try and dry brush some other color on top of it later. Clean this brush really, really well. Do skin. Give me a dry brush. I think I put a little too much on her face. I'm just trying to see if you can get a better view of it. Sorry that I'm going a bit more quiet. I'm just trying to get this area. Thinking if I throw some toner on her face, it will darken it, make it a bit more clear. It feels like the primer didn't stick super well because I can still see almost through it. Like it looks like she's wearing a mask. That's what it looks like. I think that's fine. If I could keep fiddling with her face for an hour. I don't want to fiddle with the face for an hour. Okay. Okay, I just need a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of gold. Or her weapon. We haven't done her weapon yet. I could do that right now. There we go. Okay, weapon I think is good. Now we're just going to do a very, very tiny amount of glue. I'm going to use... give me my insane detail brush. Oh, man. Yeah. I think I'm doing something wrong with these. Very, very fine detail brush. And then, of course, I think we are basically done. I'm going to throw out this palette piece. Ooh, ooh, yeah. That's way too much gold, but for some reason it was leaking out of the cap. Okay, I think we're pretty much done. I'm just gonna, again, I'm gonna go over that face one last time. All right, yeah, there we go. We're just gonna touch up her hair a tiny bit in that same area. Very, very small dry brush. I think we're good. All right, yeah, I think we're real good. And I know the camera's very blurry. I'm sorry about that. Maybe if this really picks up, maybe I'll invest in a new camera, but we'll see. But I think that looks really good. I'm still thinking about throwing on some toner on top. I think that will kind of. I find the toner kind of covers up your mistakes. Oh, I didn't do the base yet. I forgot about that part. Although, I could kind of just leave the base as is. It could kind of show gray. Eh, we'll try it. One drop black, one drop white. Yeah, so yeah, just a little bit of plain gray. There. Yeah, I think we're good now. Yeah, a little bit of toner will help darken up some of the edges. I think that one came out also really well. This one was definitely a bit trickier because this model's got a lot more finer detail, finer points. I will have to also shampoo this brush too. One thing I will say, this stuff smells really nice. Condition. Right. So yeah, we're just gonna try and condition these fine tip brushes. And I think, yeah, I think we're done. So I think that came out really well. I think a little bit of toner in a few places will. I don't think I'm gonna blanket the whole model. I think we're just gonna try. Actually, their picture doesn't really show much of the toner. Maybe it's more just dry brush. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing it's more of a dry brush. That's fine. Oh, there's one tiny thing I missed. Yeah, there we go. Just wanted to fix the glove a little bit. But yeah, I think we're done. All right, so thank you all for watching. I know I didn't talk that much in this one. I was just kind of focusing on the detail here. But yeah, I think this one also came out really well. So yeah, I'll see if I could do a bit of either a dry brush thing on here to see how well it turns out afterwards. I think the hair is okay. I maybe dry brush a little bit of just light red on it to see how well that goes. I think one of the buttons I did a little too hard with the gold, so a little bit of blue just to fix up around it. But the shoulder bag looks good. Yeah, all right, I think we're good. So again, thank you all for watching very much, and I'll see you guys with another miniature painting video. We'll find out. See you later. Take it easy and goodbye.